Kumbha is entering the final and productive leg of the Saturn Return or Sadeshati by the 29th of March 2025. This video will cover three parts. In the first part, we will take a closer look at the planetary conditions between 14th March to 14th April 2025. In the second part, we will look at the challenges which are about to end or change. And in the final part, we will look at the major themes brought by Saturn's entry into your second house, Meena. To get an overview covering all major transits in 2025, you can watch an earlier video on this topic. The link is also available in the video description. In my earlier video, I have already indicated that 2025 will be a spectacular year for you. I chose to follow the movement of the Sun as my reference point in this video. Sun, the lord of your 7th house, Simha, is currently transiting your own Rashi. He will move into your second house by the 14th of March. Sun's entry into Meena will not only help you get closer to your partner, you will also gain clarity in matters related to your finances. Sun will also give you clarity in speech. On a special note, there will be two Chandrastama periods during the Panguni month. The first Chandrastama will be from the 14th of March until the 17th of March. The second one will be from the 10th of April until the 13th of April. The day after Sun's entry, Mercury is going through a retrograde and entering a Raja Yoga state for 24 days. This will further help you boost your finances and bring you joy in matters related to luck, love, and children. Venus is also retrograde in Meena. Venus will prompt you to spend, to impress your love partner, and reward your children. Since Rahu is also there in your second house, I do feel tempted to caution you about your erratic spending habit. But when I look at the long journey you have been through with the Saturn return and how things are going to change for the better within the next few months, I will kind of agree with you if you ask me, why not? Why not I spend to impress my own family? They have been with me all these years, supporting me through my Saturn return, you may ask. Yes, I have to agree with you on this. Rahu's journey in your second house would have rocked your finances a bit, but he's getting ready to leave your second house after a final show of flamboyance. Just beware of the combination of a retrograde Venus and Rahu. You may develop a crush and get preoccupied with someone. If you are already in another relationship, just don't create more problems for yourself. Kethu is there in the 8th, protecting you from scandals. But do remember that your Saturn return is still going on. Going back to the Chandrastama, Moon will be eclipsed by Kethu during your Chandrastama periods. So your Chandrastama is particularly more sensitive than for other Rashis. I mentioned the dates in the early part of the video. Chandrastama periods are not good for entering into an agreement or making a promise to someone. You will struggle to fulfill the promises later on. Your thought process will be muddled. There will be a tendency to daydream or get lost in your own thoughts. You will not be really in sync with your surroundings. Problems may appear more difficult to solve. Your concentration power will be at its minimum. Your mental strength will be at its lowest. You can be easily manipulated by others. During the Chandrastama, do spend more time in prayers and meditation. Your Yoga Karaga Guru is concluding his journey in your 4th house. You will finally have the feeling that the dust is about to settle in matters related to your home, comforts, and profession. Perhaps it's time to go on a holiday, long journey, or a pilgrimage which you have put on hold for quite some time. Saturn is preparing to leave your own Rashi Kumbha. He is the ruler of Kumbha, so his lessons in the past 2.5 years may have been particularly intense. You should be much more mature and experienced by now. Saturn would have helped you learn how to deal with the mental stress, delays, and unmet expectations. Nothing should rattle you anymore at this point. You should have gained a lot of focus in matters related to your siblings, partnership, and profession. You would have gained a clear understanding of your spouse by now. If you are young and got separated from your lover, I'm partly sorry and partly happy for you. You should have come out from everything feeling much stronger. By now, you would have learned to prioritize yourself and your job over wasteful relationships. You would have learned the value of distancing yourself from your siblings. You actually got to a point where you were too busy to care for anyone else in this world. You should have mastered time management by now. If you have an appointment book or a whiteboard tucked away in a corner in your house by now, you are on the right track. You are no more interested in time wasters. You don't enjoy the small talk anymore. People with small minds and small problems do not bother you much at this point. You are ready to say hasta la vista to them. You feel like laughing at others when you reflect on more serious problems of your own. If your relationship survived the last 5 years of Saturn return, you and your partner should have come to terms in a lot of things by now. You begin to respect each other more because you are now more aware of your boundaries. The expectation towards each other is lower. But when the both of you come together to execute something, you should work like a well-oiled machine, because each person now understands the other better and is more aware of their own responsibility. On the 29th of March, Saturn will now move into your second house, Meena. He will immediately encounter Rahu and soon a retrograde Venus. Saturn will disarm Rahu. The structure, discipline and control that Saturn brings will now be imposed in matters related to your speech, family and finances. But Saturn is also moving into Jupiter's territory. Jupiter is a yoga karaga. Saturn does not destroy what belongs to Jupiter. He helps refine the benefits and values brought by Jupiter. From now, your speech will become more purposeful, measured, strict, somewhat harsh to people who don't quite understand you. You will not tolerate family members who come and complain about this problem and that problem. You'll be like, okay, what is the solution? Can we talk about solutions? That's how you will sound. You will stop being uncertain in your speech. You may sound very authoritative and firm, and that may scare others, especially those who have only seen the softer and indecisive part of you. The power of the reformed mind now flowing through your speech. If previously you were talking more about big ideas and possibilities, your speech will now concentrate more on implementation of ideas. You will be like, listen ladies and gentlemen, this is how we are going to do this. If we go with option A, I anticipate these problems. If we go with option B, I anticipate these problems. Can we now come to a conclusion and start doing some work around here? This will be your talk from now onwards. The same discipline and determination will show up in your financial matters. You will focus on income through earnings, something which will bring returns according to the amount of work you put in. The side incomes will disappear, but you will not bother about it because now you will get a clear focus. You will also spring into action to stop your leakages. You look at your loans and go like, my God, how do I kill these loans? Some of you will embark on debt restructuring so you can improve your liquidity. You will be willing to make some sacrifices. You will go for the low-hanging fruit. Why am I paying so much for these credit cards? Let's do a credit transfer and reduce the payments. Sell off that extra car which is getting too expensive to maintain. You will turn ruthlessly stingy, but you just know that you are right. You are like a slow-moving goods train, just leaving the station, slow but picking up momentum. Not in a rush, but very clear sense of direction. From the second house, Saturn will have his aspect on the fourth house, Rishaba. This is also why I said you will downsize your comforts. You will slowly feel the detachment. Your mind is going like, why do I need so many cars? I'd rather sell off this new car, get back some money and buy an old car, kill off the car loan, kill off the mortgage. If you had plans to renovate your house or move into a bigger house, you will be forced to rethink those options. You can still move into a new home, but a sense of practicality will prevail. You will carefully select the best loan or mortgage offer that comes your way. You will be slow but cautious. Saturn cannot immediately bring his lessons into your 8th house, Kanya. Kethu, the Jnani, will be in your 8th, but only until the end of May. Once Kethu leaves your 8th house, Saturn's lessons starts. I'm referring to your 8th house. You shouldn't have any sudden changes or transformation in your life. If at all there is going to be a transformation, it arises through your own actions. You wanting to take up a new job, you wanting to leave your home and settle down in a faraway place, all those actions are now coming through you. Saturn is not forcing those transformations anymore. Through the 8th house, Saturn is ready to punish you if number 1, you do not have financial discipline, and number 2, you do not care for the consequences of wrong speech. Don't get drawn into gossip and office politics. Think twice before saying something. Think thrice before saying something bad about someone. Saturn is also the lord of your 12th house, Makara. From another perspective, here is the 12th lord sitting in the 2nd and looking at your 8th. Chances of big losses are there. Yes. How big a loss depends on your karma, your Mahadasha, strength of Saturn and Jupiter in your D1. The occasional big losses will be there. Just deal with it. Because luckily, before Kethu moves out of your 8th house, Jupiter or Guru will also move into your favorable 5th house, ensuring a steady supply of luck and blessings. You will be able to make that money again. Maybe in a few months, maybe in a few years, but losses will be losses. Don't waste too much time thinking about your big financial loss. Learn your lessons quickly and move on. During the Saturn retrograde, for example in 2025, Saturn will turn retrograde from mid-July until the end of November. You will be prone to make promises that you can't keep. When I say promises, I'm also talking about loans. What is a loan? A loan is a promise. You promise to pay the lender a certain amount of money at a certain time. So go slow on loan-related matters, especially during the retrograde. From Meena, Saturn has one other aspect, your 11th house, Dhanush. As soon as he enters Meena, he is going to bring the 11th house under scrutiny. You will need to temporarily isolate yourself from friends. Or, if you have been spending money unnecessarily on your friends, Saturn's lessons on financial discipline through your 2nd house will force you to re-evaluate those areas. Why am I spending so much on this person? Does this person actually deserve my help? If you are willing to go out of your way and help your true friend, by all means, please do so. But don't expect that person to come back and return the favor. And don't be surprised when people suddenly change when you ask for their help. Saturn is letting you learn some slow lesson here. Guru's transit by mid-May will help neutralize some of the Saturn's effects. In fact, you also stand to gain from a few good friends during this period. But here again, you need to slowly learn to set boundaries, because by June 2026, Guru will transit into your 6th house Karaka, leading to a major difference in opinion with your friends. Not that it will surprise you, because Saturn will give you ample warning right from the beginning. What you stand to lose from the friendship will be well anticipated. Saturn's gaze on your 11th is not just about losing your friends. He gives you the ability to make new friends. He will expose you to a large circle of new connections. It is your internal reformation that opens the avenues to new connections. You are this new person. The way you speak, the way you carry yourself, your wavelength is now different. And you begin to attract people of the equal wavelength. As I said earlier in this video, your speech will turn more measured and mature. You will appeal and attract a new circle of people. Make good use of those connections, especially while Guru gives you an additional backing up to June 2026. You will also focus more on achievable profits or targets. The lesson here is to not leave everything to luck. At the same time, Saturn is helping you realize there is a way or method to achieve success. He will encourage you to focus on a goal-oriented approach. You will begin to see many opportunities available to you if you can work hard and stay dedicated to your realistic goals or targets. In summary, I can only say the worst days are now behind you. You survived the 5 years of Saturn return. 5 years of Saturn return through Saturn's own houses. The last 2.5 years is more about setting your course, your direction. Your situation is now like a commercial flight getting ready to take off. You count the passengers, calculate your payload, close and cross-check all doors, check weather conditions, finalize your flight path, go through the pre-flight checks, make your way to the runway, say a big prayer, then throttle up to maximum speed. The payload is important. What is payload? That is the maximum amount of weight the aircraft can carry so that it can safely become airborne, so that it doesn't overrun the runway. So when Saturn is stopping and asking you to shed off some connections, some friendships, some responsibilities, things that are pulling you down, weighting you down, Saturn is actually helping you clear your payload so that you can become airborne. You have waited years for this opportunity to do something really big in your life, an opportunity to take charge of your own destiny. After imparting you all the painful lessons, Saturn is now firmly by your side. He is ready to let you soar high above the clouds. Go for it, Kumbha. The sky is the limit. Good luck.